6 days have passed since the death of Her Majesty the Queen, and as London prepares to host the first state funeral in nearly 60 years, another important event in the period of national mourning is about to take place this afternoon. Now, overnight, in the Bow Room, which is a grand room overlooking the gardens of Buckingham Palace, the late Queen's coffin has been lying at rest, ready for today's state procession to Westminster Hall and the lying in state over the coming days. The word state is very important because this is the day when the royal household transfers responsibility in a way to the state for the events to come. It's a reflection, of course, of the status of the event in terms of the monarch's passing. Now, the procession will make its way along the Mall, which is decked in Union flags, and they'll make their way to Whitehall and to Parliament Square. This is the ceremonial route, of course, travelled so many times by the Queen on very happy occasions, including jubilees and birthday parades, and of course in sadder times as well, including the funerals of her father and mother, whose statues dominate one section of the Mall on this ceremonial route. Now, for 4 days and nights, the ancient space of Westminster Hall, which is 1,000 years old, will be the setting for the lying in state and the solemn vigil, to be witnessed probably by vast numbers of people, all converging on central London in recent days, eager to pay their last respects to a much-loved and respected monarch. Our afternoon's coverage, which will of course be following all the events, right up until the service, the religious service in Westminster Hall a little later on before the lying in state begins. Our coverage begins with our special guest today, Sir David Attenborough, the distinguished broadcaster, and Dame Darcy Bussell, the equally distinguished ballerina, writer, author and broadcaster too. Thank you both for coming in. Nice to see you. David, first of all, I mentioned the fact that this is really the opening of the state process. We are suddenly seeing central London as part of this very formal, very planned, ceremonial process. And it's impressive, isn't it? It's impressive to see it unfold.
Very much so, and impressive to find so many people here. And of course, there's a village here, in effect. I mean, ready for great numbers of people who have to be looked after, have to be provided with food and one thing or another, but also the sheer density of people coming from all over the place, from foreign shores as well as from all parts of Britain. And it is enormously impressive just to come here.
When you think of the Queen's contribution, a lifetime of service, dedication, solid sense of duty, how important is it for us to be recognising all of those qualities and values as we witness all the ceremonial events going on in front of us?
I think what is evident is the affection displayed by so many people from so many parts of the world, not just of this country, but all over the place. People are wandering around, and there's a sense of communal attitude, as it were, yeah, that we all are focused on the same event, yeah, that happened a week ago, and we are all in this particular state of suspension in between the final acts.
You're quite right, David, because of course we see lots of the people there waiting patiently along the Mall, and the crowds of course will grow over the day.